Okay, welcome back to the channel and welcome to this video on this beautiful morning. First I'll show you a bit of my morning routine and then I'll just take you through a normal day of what I eat, just to show how I combine this with kind of my normal office day-to-day job. So depending on where you live now during the COVID-19 outbreak, you can likely not go to the gym. However, hopefully you can at least go outside. So in this video I just wanted to show two very easy exercises that I combine with my morning walks or runs, normally 1 hour every day that I try to do, that don't require any equipment. But depending on the place and surface that you find, you might want to have gloves that I have in this video. So basically I want to get a stronger back or just a bigger frame in general because I'm quite skinny, and for that pull-ups are very good, or just for the whole body in general. And there are some different ways and grips of doing this, and this is just a basic one. And my form here was definitely not perfect. I was swinging my legs and crossing them a bit, which you want to avoid. But actually when I do this in the gym, I'm actually too tall for the bars. So if I do this, my feet touch the ground, so I actually have to cross my legs. But what you want to do is to make sure that you have a controlled motion, slowly going all the way up and all the way down, and no swinging. So depending on how I feel, I do maybe 8 to 12 reps times 3, but of course that can vary depending on your strength and the level of energy you have that day. And if you can't do a full one, which you probably can't do if you've never done it before, some gyms have machines that can assist you in the beginning. Then we have the leg raises, which also are great for core and abs, and my form wasn't perfect here either. So you want to make sure that you don't swing your legs when you go back down, and rather that you have a controlled movement so you get the full tension. And also make sure that you twist your hips when you lift the legs up, so you fully get the tension on your lower abs. So also with this one, I typically do 8 times 3 or so, but it can vary. So I actually normally have breakfast before I take a walk or run in the morning to get my coffee and energy boost, but it depends. And today I was quite active, so I actually made a quite slightly larger breakfast than I normally do, but it can be adjusted of course depending on your circumstances. So for breakfast this day I had a pretty intense breakfast, which likely is too large for most people, at 880 calories, because I had 2 full eggs, 4 egg whites, half an onion, half a bell pepper, half a tomato, 200 grams of asparagus, as well as 75 grams of bacon. So out of those 880 calories, 300 actually come from the bacon, so that you can easily cut in half or just a third if you use turkey or chicken, and save 100 and 200 calories. And also you can cut back on the eggs and only have like a whole egg or something like 2-3. Then to make it a bit more exciting, add in onion powder, chili powder, white pepper and garlic powder. Hope you enjoy. Okay, so now it's all of a sudden 7 hours later and lunch at noon, and I'm starving. And I like to have life easy by having the same lunch every day, at least the past half year or so when I've been on a pretty strict diet. Mostly because I like it, it's easy to track, and it's both rich in protein and also quite healthy. Naturally I can't know exactly what to cite, but I asked where I bought it, and it's roughly 100 grams of chicken. And if you compare it to a Caesar salad at some other place where you can actually see it at some brand store, I'd estimate it around 500 calories or so, with 30 grams coming from chicken and 30 grams each from carbs and fat, but I can of course be a bit off. So essentially, after having this meal, I am actually still hungry, even if they add some extra chicken on top. So what I normally do is I have 1 or 2 protein bars later in the day, depending on what my calorie target is for that day. So today I had a really nice one here that you will see in the pictures. Quite low calories, so you have to be a bit careful, but has also a lot of protein. And then after going back from the office, either have 30 minutes directly on the way home or after dinner, I normally have a pretty big bowl of Greek yogurt and lots of berries, as I've shown in another video before.
today I had blackberries, blueberries, strawberries, and also have raspberries as well. So then to just make it a bit more sweet, like a dessert, I add a bit of cacao powder and agave syrup. But even with all of that, this bowl is only like 308 calories, which is crazy low. So essentially, my biggest meal of the day is breakfast, and that's also what has the most protein. And then I have a smaller light lunch, which is also rich in protein. Potentially I top that up with some protein bars, and then I have a light dinner that also has some protein in the Greek yogurt. So all in all this day, it's around 2,100 calories, 135 grams of protein, which is lower than my target of 160, but still okay. 191 grams of carbs and 88 grams of fat. So I could definitely switch up some of the calories from the fat to the protein, but still quite okay. So I hope you liked this video. If you did, give me a like, subscribe, and see you in the next video.